how about doing something really different for Christmas cards this year? We're going to make slimline cards using a one-sheet wonder with the double wonder 6x12 sheets. Look at this variety. You're going to get 10 cards. Only 2 of them are repeats. I think these are just really, and of course you could change the colors and make them all different. And I'm only using one part of the paper. This would make a great photo card. You could put a photo card there instead. So look at this variety. So let's get started. To do this, I have chosen the Poinsettia Place Designer Series paper. It is just gorgeous. And then I've cut it 6x6s. And so we have half a sheet. And the reason we're doing that is then you'll get 4 different designs because it's 2-sided to make the papers. And I'm just using the 2, but I used this one and this one. Now, look at how beautiful. And then I use this one to cut out the poinsettias for the accent pieces. But look at, I could keep on going and use others of these. These are all just beautiful. And they all have lovely sides to this. And I'm not even using these back sides. So I could make my cards totally different by also using these. So to start with, all we need is this. And then drawing from these colors, I have chosen some background colors and then some sizes right here. So these, I've really simplified the measurements here. We're going to make this really easy. These are 9" by 7" scored in half at 3.5. The measurements will all be found below, so you can quickly look at that. So I have those in assorted pieces, and then I have going one size down from these. So these would be, so these are all the, the inner pieces. So they're going to be 3 1/4 this way and 8 3/4. So I have a variety of those. So we'll set those aside. And as I'm watching this, just think about, you could do birthday cards or something else. It doesn't even need to be Christmas, but this is just such fun paper to work with. And by cutting out, using one of the sheets to cut out the poinsettias, I just had a perfect little accent. So not much to making this. So I'm going to take my 2 pieces right here. I'm going to put them together. So these are 6x12. So in essence, this is a 12x12 sheet. So really, if you wanted to make 20 cards, you would just take 2 full sheets like this, cut them in half, and you're just going to be doing double. So an easy way to multiply the speedy card making for Christmas if you send out a lot of cards. So now I'm going to take my paper cutter. The easiest way to look, I can cut on any lines that go all the way through. So I could cut on this line, or I could cut on this line. I'm going to choose this line. So I'm going to take, this is the 6" side, and I'm going to cut it right in half the whole way at 3. Okay, and then you will notice I'm going to cut it this way at 8 1/2. I'll move this up, or I could go backwards the other way and do, I bet 3, I better not say what it is in case I have my math wrong, but you know the idea, because I just originally did it from this way. Okay, so I'm going to do 8 1/2 on each of these. And there we go with 8 1/2 again. So now notice when I lay these out, that's going to go there. That's going to go here, but I need to do another cut there. And then these 2 will go here. So far, this is what it looks like. Now I'm going to take this, and as you can see, and I'm cutting both at the same time because it's pretty thin paper. I'm going to go corner to corner to cut those. So I'll put this, and I'll just line up on the track, one edge, and then going to the other edge. Cut those. Let's see how those are going to fit right in there. And now this one, I'm just going to leave like that. This one, I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut it 1 inch. So what I'm going to end up with is 1 inch piece and then 2 1.5 inch pieces. So I'm going to put it this way, and I could cut these in any order. I'm going to I'll go ahead and cut my 1 inch first. And ultimately, it wouldn't even matter. I could go for real variety in here. I'm just trying to make this. In fact, let's change. Oh, we won't change. Then I'll cut this one in half at 1 1/4. But I could make these all different sizes. So it really wouldn't matter. I could also make more than 3. These are just little strips that I'm making. So you can be creative. That's one of the fun things I find. If you take your papers out and you're going with something, then you're playing with it. And then you think, oh, then I could try this. If you have a few cut, it's just easy to try things. And that's really how we expand our creativity. So, this is all just meant to be fun. And I think what's fun about a slimline cards, they're really trendy right now, but it's something different. So, and you can trim that, just use the paper to trim your envelopes too. So I'm going to set this aside and we are going to start building. So I'm going to first start with, to find the pieces here, I'm going to use the 2 full sheets. And I'm just going to copy what I did before, but you'll notice within all these colors contained here, I could vary the different layers that I want to do. And I'm going to just assemble the cards first. We'll add the trim at the end. So I have this one right here. And again, when this is folded, this measures, well, I'll just say the whole thing is 9 inches by 7. So it's 3.5 by 9 inches. Easy to remember. And, oh, well, we'll take the open one here. That's probably smarter. We'll put that on. I have 2 sitting right here. Okay, so I'm going to put my base card on. And of course, what I'm using for these 2 are these full ones. So then I'm going to put this one on. And look at, now this would make a great masculine birthday card, the other sides of this, or any other autumn card. Okay, we'll put that on. So that one's done. So your work in all this is done just with the cutting. By the time you've done that, then it's just kind of the fun to sit down and assemble. So this will be our next one. So we're using garden green, old olive, bumblebee, soft suede, I think are the basic colors. And then I've used both white and vanilla, because I think they both go well with this. Put this one on. Then we'll do this one. I know some people that make really elaborate Christmas cards that they send to those that they know are going to really, really appreciate them. And then they want some quick and easy cards to send for the masses on their list. So this is kind of, this would be a good idea for that. Okay, these 2 are done. I'm going to set these aside. And then we're going to take the quarter sheets, or not the quarter, but where I did the, where I cut them at the angle. And we're going to make these 2. We're actually going to make 4, but I'm only going to make 2. But in cutting these, you can see we're going to get 4 of these. So if you wanted to make them all different, I would use the flip side for 2 of them. But for us right now, we're going to just do the 2 since they're the same. Okay, that ran out. I have to figure out this one. Okay, there we go. I just didn't have the cover off. real basics here. Okay, so this one, okay, this one I want a brown. I have to find my right little pieces here. Thought I had it, but I didn't. I could be mixing and matching, but I might end up with, one that I really don't like at all. So I thought I'll just play it safe here on the video. But, really the fun of it is just seeing what happens. So it really doesn't matter. Okay, put these on. When you decorate the envelope a little bit, it's fun when people get these in the mail. They really aren't expecting something fun in it. Okay, so here's the base one for that. And then for this one, we'll put that on here. Whoops. And then we'll put this one on olive green. I'm gonna do it this way. Okay, then I have these two done. So I'll stack those up. The next one I'm going to do, we're going to start with just the really simple ones. This is the one, I think this is really fun. You could put any message here. This would also be a great place for a picture. So if you like doing photo cards, this again would be a very unexpected photo card. Decorate this part and then your letter can go, or your note or whatever can go on the inside. So showing my sample again, we're down to this, and now we're taking these two and we're going to leave them just like they are and decorate these. Oh, and for these, and you know what? I think I forgot to bring in. Okay, so we'll do a little pretending here because I can do that when I forget something. Okay, so I'm going to put this on. The pretend part is the white part. This is what I forgot, and I actually have it stamped and ready to go, but I just left it in the other room. So I'm just going to give you the measurements. It is 3 inches, which is the width of this, by 5 inches. Okay, so that's that one. And then next we'll do this one. Oh, if all Christmas card stamping could be this speedy, we would just, whoa, okay. We're gonna put this one right here. Oh, and I put it on the opposite end, which is also fine because there isn't a correct way to do this. And then we'll put this on soft suede. I love the soft suede look, and in these papers, this is such a pretty color combination with the 2 greens and the soft suede and the bumblebee. Okay, so that is for these two. And then that leaves us the last corner. So you can see we're actually kind of have like 4 sections here. So now we have these. And these are the cards we're going to make out of that. And I thought, how pretty and easy and different these are, okay? And of course, you could pick any one of these and mass produce too by just cutting your paper that way. We're just going for variety. So on this one, I'm going to take these. Okay, so this will be the top. And let's change up the order this time. So instead of, on this one I did 2 wides and then a short. This time let's do a wide and then the short and then the wide. I don't think it's going to really make any difference. And then I tied a little ribbon around here. Okay, so this one's going to be without ribbon. Because, guess what's sitting? I thought I brought everything in, but can't always be too ready. But of course you could add ribbon or any embellishments to anything you're doing too. Okay, and then the last one, we're already on to this one, which will be these 3 colors. And we're going to put that on Bumblebee. And this time let's do the short one first. Yes, because we'll go for variety. And then we'll put this one. And then this one. And then you'll notice I did ribbon again. Just felt like it needed a little more accent going the long way. But we'll compare it because this one won't have. And I'm sure it will be just fine. Okay, so now we have put these on, and I have all my base cards. Now I can decorate these any way that I want, so I'll just show you some ideas of kind of what I chose here. I don't think I'll even finish them. I'll just kind of show them here. So on these first 2, which were my base cards like this, we have You know, I'm kind of a speedy video person, if you realize that. I just kind of get on and get it done. And of course, it would really help if I can find the ones that I'm looking for. And perhaps it fell on the floor or some such thing. But since I don't find it, it must have fallen. Oh, I can see it, but it's out of reach. Oh, no, it's under here. It's not the one on the floor. Okay, so on these, I've taken, number one, all of these cards, I've taken the words from Wrapped in Christmas. So I've used the Noel, I've used the Let the Joy of the Season Fill Your Heart, and I've used the Christmas Blessings to You and Yours. So that's where those come from. And then these, and then I just have these die cut things that I put dimensionals on. So again, these are words from there, and I have used here the Ornate Layers die. And then I've just trimmed. So this is 5.5 inches. I think it's 2.5, but it's basically the same measurement as this. And you know, I got a smudge there, but it's totally fine because it's going to be covered. So that's how we decorated the first ones. The second batch, which was this one and this one. So now these were just the triangular cards. So on these, I have used the Tasteful Labels dies. So now this is going to be the die. And then again, just adding the poinsettias. So how easy is that? That will be those. And then these next ones. Oh, and I didn't forget as much as I thought, because look, I do have these all just done and ready. This is the size that's going to go right in there. So with these, we'll just be adding this. Put whatever you want for words, and again, adding another poinsettia. So that is just plain cut. And then the last ones, I used the Noel from that stamp set and on a stitched rectangle. And on this one, it looked good with either, but I thought just as a change, add a little leftover strip of this. So I cut this out just for a little variation. So that is how you can quickly make 10 cards out of this Double Wonder 6x12 cardstock. So how cool is that? Hope you enjoyed this video. And there's another one here on the side that shows some other Slimline cards if you like this idea. Thanks for watching.